Why others matter. As you're building your business coaching practice, why should you include others? Why should you be around others? That's what we're going to discuss here. And here's why. Number one, loneliness is an epidemic. It's problematic. I know it's controversial, and I know you may have a different opinion than others. That's totally fine. But what's probably inarguable is that when we look back at, during the coronavirus, there's no doubt over time, people started to miss being around others. Lots of depression, lots of anxiety. And why? Well, one, we are totally created and wired to connect together, to commune together. Like, it's a thing. Like, being around, and I understand that, there's introverts and extroverts, whatever. But still, even the introverts love to be around somebody from time to time. Extroverts love being around everybody all the time. I'm kind of like, probably in the middle-ish. That's probably not true. Probably just depending on the day, what's going on. I can definitely be heavily extroverted. Or if I'm task-driven or a project got going on, whatever, I'm definitely can be a little more introverted. But the bigger, broader point is that loneliness is an epidemic. And when you're building your business coaching practice, those coaches who are smart understand that I've got to build in community to be successful. It's a rarity, if it happens at all, that someone can build a solid 6-figure, 7-figure business coaching practice by themselves. Because it's difficult to be on your own and to be alone. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to share some potholes to avoid. I want to encourage you, as you're building your business coaching practice, I want to encourage you the things to avoid. Also, 3 specific areas that you need to focus on to build community for success. Doesn't matter at what level you're at, doesn't matter what you want to earn, you still need to do it at some level or another. We were talking, some friends of mine last week were talking about how life is just so much faster than it used to be, right? Like, I can think about as a kid, my grandfather, East Tennessee, he was retired when I was a kid, and front porch, summertime, swing, sweet tea, that was the game, right? Like, that was it. With people driving by, hey, how you doing? It was lots of that kind of stuff, small town, and it was great. And I remember even one time, as a kid, not getting an assignment done. It was a Sunday. It was due, as you probably have done this before, it was due the very next day, and I needed a protractor. Remember those things? And but the closest store to us at the time was a grocery store. It closed at 6. That wouldn't happen today. Why? Everything's 24 hours, which makes time feel like there's something's going, all these events to go to, get this done. If you have kids or grandkids, sporting events out the wazoo, and every camp under the moon in the summertime. I'll never forget when we lived in South Florida one time. We were talking about a swim camp and when our kids are small, and I'll never forget seeing a snorkeling camp. I'm like, all right, folks, like, we got out of hand, right? But it's a real thing, and if we're not careful, if we're building the business coaching practice and we're not including others along the journey, it's just going to be very, very hard, because loneliness is an epidemic. You don't want it'll improve your anxiety when you're lonely. It'll make you feel insecure when you're lonely. So 3 things you got to watch for. Number 1, pride. It's really easy, especially, don't get offended, but especially if you're more introverted, I'm just going to do this by myself. The challenges that we go through, the things that we deal with, we're like, I'll figure it out. I'll chat GPT it, as if we think chat has all the answers. Wrong most of the time. And having that understanding that if I'm not careful and I'm falling into prey about this idea of pride in my life, because I have my hand up and I have an aversion to other people, it's going to pull you down. Because you can't do it alone, and you shouldn't want to do it alone. It's like, why would you want to lift the big rock by yourself? Enlist the help of others. Number 2, we get embarrassed. If you have that emotional connection and that feeling that I don't want to say anything because I might be embarrassed, then that's a red flag. You need to work through that and understand that that's going to prevent you from being able to get to where you want to go. Like one of the bedrocks of success in coaching, which we talk about all the time. 3 things, by the way, real quick, that you got to solve. Where do I get leads and prospects? How do I convert prospects into ongoing high-paying monthly clients? 3rd, how do I coach my clients to get results with simplicity? Those are the 3 things that you must solve in every scenario as to grow a successful business coaching practice. Okay, so when it comes to the process of working with somebody else, asking questions is a cornerstone of clarity. It's a cornerstone of helping them to see what they can't. And getting really good with asking great questions is real. But if we drift or slip into embarrassment, well, how bad is that? Now it's like taking an arrow out of your quiver and throwing it away. Like you're losing leverage. You're losing strategy. So embarrassment. Then the 3rd, uncertainty. What if? Well, what if they say this? What if they think that? What are we going to do? Like, we have all these different what ifs, and that uncertainty prevents us from putting, say that 5 times, from putting, there you go, the next step forward. So these are the things that you definitely, like, it's your danger zone. Like the road is out. The potholes are big. Embarrassment, pride, and uncertainty. And those are some of the things that you're going to have to wrestle with avoiding. And again, everyone's meter on how they feel about being introverted or extroverted is probably going to speak into that. But here are the 3 levels of community that you need. And I want to be careful to go, you won't be successful if you don't bring these levels into your life as a coach. But I'd be pretty close to saying it. To be honest with you, I'll say if you'd be an outlier if you're successful if you don't have these 3 levels of community built into your coaching practice and into your life for that matter. Number 1, a one-on-one confidant, we'll call it. Okay? In other words, this is someone that you just trust. This is someone that you can trust to talk about the challenges. This is someone that you don't mind like being embarrassed, or not that you would be embarrassed, like you would actually be embarrassed. Like that emotion doesn't come across because the trust level is so big with this individual, and you care about them, they care about you, and it matters. Now, this can be a one-on-one coach. For context, like in our business coaching system, as we have all the resources, the tools, the whole thing, we do it with you, but we give you a one-on-one coach as well to work on the strategies on growing the business. So it may be that person, or it might be part of that person, but also someone you can fall back on, again, family member, past colleague, longtime friend, that you can just blah, 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 blah. Is that a word? No, but you get it. But you just get it off your chest. Because when we don't have that, this falls back to the pride and embarrassment. We hold it all in and we harbor it, and that's dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Second thing, peer groups. You need to get into community with others that are either they can be business coaches, good thing to do. They don't have to be. They can be others that are building and growing businesses, and just sharing and strategizing the challenges and the ups and downs, the goods and bads. There's all of it, and it will fill you up. Whether you meet like that weekly, monthly, whatever, but it's just peer-to-peer where, it might be a paid mastermind style. That really falls into the next thing in a moment. But bigger than that, it's just a peer group of others where you just trust one another. You're hearing about how they handled X. You're explaining and expressing what you did well and success. Hey, good job. Like those things fill you up. So you're able to cast things off, and you're able to inhale and to fill up your emotional tank. And it matters. Third thing, the training rooms. Now that's the masterminds, to be honest. In other words, the part of the community of training rooms is I'm going to these rooms to level up. They could be like conferences. They could be, again, a ongoing weekly, monthly mastermind. Again, like in our coaching system, we do this weekly. We have different types of levels of training rooms, if you will. In other words, virtual calls that are specific to a topic. We've got, acceleration type of calls. We have just get your very first client type calls. We have other types of celebratory calls. We even have, ironically, happening this week, a get together where we'll get together in the evening virtually and just for fun, just to connect with coaches all over the world, right? I think we're doing trivia or whatever. And doesn't matter. The point is connecting, communing, conversing. And this is, the brain's wired in such a way that if you don't, that you're again, loneliness is an epidemic. You'll feel bad, you'll feel moody, you'll feel anxious, and all of that can be dealt with. I won't say exclusively, I'm not a doctor, but definitely you can go and research it all day long and talk to a doctor, and they'll tell you, yeah, getting around people is important. Now, in what levels, it will be, up to you to some degree, but that's the 3 things that you need to build community around you. It's not just about being around people. You see, when it comes to building a business, and certainly from building a business coaching practice, if you're wanting to kill it, in other words, you want to earn well, you want to live well, whatever that means to you. I want to earn well. I want to take care of my family. I want to give back. I want to do things that are important. I want to give to, community groups, church, that kind of stuff. Those are important. Well, if there's no meat on the bones, and if there's no proceed, I can't do that. But to do it and to do it well, I got to be strategic and leverage. So when you leverage groups like 1, a one-on-one confidant, 2, peer groups, 3, training rooms. I'll talk to coaches sometimes. I'll say, when's the last time you leveled up? What do you mean? Like, what's your training room? Like, what is what is it that you're doing to train, to elevate? Oh, well, and it's like, blah, 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 blah. I've done it too, but I've learned. And I'll tell you, just transparency, I've gone to conferences before. That would be a training room where I've not wanted to go to the conference. Like, I don't want to travel this weekend, I'd rather go to the beach or whatever. I don't live by the beach, by the way. I just said that because I always want to go to the beach. And, but then I'll go, and oh my gosh, like the lift that you get on so many different levels is just, electric. So there you go. Loneliness is an epidemic. Community matters. Do not think that you're going to build your coaching practice by yourself with not including others along the journey. Look, people love you. They want to support you. They want to cheer you on. But they can't do that if you're not inviting them into your world. As a matter of fact, we tell coaches all the time, like, if you start with us, we're going to encourage you that you begin to share what you're doing on a daily basis about what you're working on and how you're bringing transformation to business owners. It's not just about selling and getting clients or whatever. It's like, man, I had an amazing call this week. I talked to an individual, whatever. I'm preparing for a presentation. Like, you start to share that, it builds your community, it builds your network, and your community really gets extensive. And that's how you do it. I hope this has added value today. As I always say in a lot of the trainings that we do, that this is just information if you just listen. It becomes transformative if you implement it. And that's what I encourage you to do. Take care.